Heather, thank you for joining me today. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolute pleasure as always. So, Mastermind, how long have you been in Mastermind for now, Heather?
I actually joined Mastermind, I think it was probably August 2019.
Okay,
somewhere around there.
August 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And if we then roll forward to March 2020 and then lockdown happened. So yep. you've kind of had
still got a bit of time left.
Yes, of course you have. And you could do even more wonderful things. Now, I remember well the day that I met you at our old office, not this office. And I said, how's it going? And you said, I'm having a bad day. And your car had just been broken into and you just looked like a lost little puppy. You just didn't
know. I felt like one that day. I have to say, it was like, oh my God, what have I done coming up to Doncaster? Got my car smashed up.
And I just looked at you and said, it's going to get better. And it has over the last year, hasn't it?
Oh my God, yes, it has. It certainly has.
So when I met you, you had quite an unusual problem. As well as your car being broken. You're not, well, none of us are normal, are we? But you and me are perhaps less normal than most people. So yeah. What was the specific big issue that you had to deal with before you dealt with anything else, really?
I had a problem with capital gains tax with a certain thing.
Yeah, and your mum, who's still fit as a flea, I understand.
Yes, she is 90 now.
She's running about, but what she decided to do at the grand old age of 88 or whatever it was, she didn't want to be a farmer anymore. So you and your brother and your mum and your dad, obviously your dad's passed away now a number of years ago, God rest him. Your mum decided that was the right time to literally sell the farm, didn't she?
Yeah, she couldn't live in the middle of nowhere anymore. She said she didn't want to spend another winter in being stuck. Yeah. And now she's stuck in the village. But anyway.
But that then became essentially part of yours and your brother's inheritance.
Yeah.
And your accountant at the time, your financial advisor at the time, your professional financial advisor at the time.
Professional advisor for the farm.
Yes.
Said that nothing could be done.
No. And he said that you'd sold a house as opposed to sold a farm. So he told you you'd sold a residential asset.
Yeah.
I had a very different view. And how did it end up?
It ended up that instead of me having to pay 200 and something £1,000 for capital gains, I actually got a refund of £800.
So instead of having the £200,000 capital gains tax bill, you got a refund. So do you think that represented a fair return on your initial mastermind investment?
I'd say yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, it was well worth meeting you. I have to say that was.
Well, I love working with you because you're just, again, you're so unusual in so many ways. Most people, I have to encourage them to take action. You, I have to bloody rugby tackle you and stop you. You're just off and running every time you get a chance to do anything.
Yeah, definitely.
So
sorry, that's my dog barking, Dana.
That's all right. Well, your dogs are good. So as soon as we dealt with that tax problem, the next problem I had to deal with you, because everyone comes with problems and challenges. So I'm just telling it like it is. Very often when I met you, you'd be covered in paint and plaster. What was that all about?
Oh well, I bought a flat for cash to do up, to rent out, and because it was it was the second one that I was doing. The first one I didn't really have to do much to, apart from just redecorate in 24 hours. This one needed a lot of work doing to it.
Right.
So I decided that the best way to learn was on the job. So
you became an apprentice, plasterer, decorator, whatever.
Yeah.
What was my view on this? Do you remember?
You said, throw that bloody paintbrush away and get somebody else to do it. Your time is more valuable.
Yes, correct. And if we now look back over the last, it's 15 months, isn't it? But if we allow for coronavirus, let's call it 12. where's your journey taking you to, Heather? I mean, are you still painting and decorating? Is your car still got broken windows?
Funnily enough, I am going to go to that same flat today just to touch up a little bit, because the previous tenant, but it's like an hour's work. So
you are a very bad girl. After me.
But I have to say, under normal circumstances, no, I don't touch a paintbrush.
Okay.
And I have now got a team of builders. I have a lot of, I'm pleased. I'm pleased.
Good. So if you look, so how many properties have you got now, Heather?
Actually, at the moment, I've got.
You've got that many. She's had to write them down.
3, 4, 5. I've got. Hang on, 6. Well, it depends really how you look at it. I've got 4 actual flats.
Yes.
I've got 2 flats and 1 shop in one building.
Yes.
I've got a flat and a shop in another building.
Yes.
Which I'm in the process now of converting into 2 flats.
Right.
And I've got, at the moment, I've got a block of 4 flats and freehold, which is going through at the moment.
Wow, I lost count there slightly. So
yes, I did.
4 flats.
Yes.
Shop and uppers, which is a shop and 2 flats.
Yes.
So that's 6 flats and 1 shop so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've then got another shop and uppers.
Yeah.
So that takes us to 7-2.
Yeah.
And you're in the process of buying another 4, a block of 4. So that's 11-2. So you've got 11 flats.
Yeah.
And
but then one of the flats is going to be converted into, one of the shops is going to be converted into a flat, which should be done by the end of October.
Nice. Okay, so you were already a property investor when I met you. You'd already got your first 1 or 2 flats.
Well, I got my first one going through.
Yeah, but you then decided you were very interested in commercial property, and you've since bought 2 commercial properties. So can we just focus on the second commercial property? Because I know it better than the first one, because it's about a mile away out that window that I'm sitting at. And
yes.
it's in Doncaster, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jim, what did you pay for that shop and uppers there?
£53,000.
Whoa, that sounds like a sharp price. And what's your conversion costs on that one, Heather?
Everything should be done, including VAT, etc., should be about 33,000.
33. So if we add in various fees and so on, it's going to be somewhere between 95,000 all in, something like that.
Yeah.
What are the 2 flats going to be worth by the time you're finished?
I don't know, because I'm actually not planning on selling them.
Oh, can you refinance them?
I think if they were sold separately, I would think probably, I don't know, don't want to put a guesstimate on, probably 150
for the 2.
For the 2, maybe more. But
I know where the flats are. They're 2-bedroom flats. They're also going to be top quality 2-bedroom flats. So 100k in, revaluation of 150, put a 75% mortgage on it. You're going to pull all your money out plus an extra 10, 15 grand, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then knowing you're going to go and do it again.
I am, actually.
So when these 11 flats and 2 shops, or whatever we got to, are all kind of finished and cash flowing, do you know what the total rent roll is going to be, Heather?
Hold on. Okay. Can I give it to you and then you can do it, or shall I do it?
If you like.
Okay. 1 flat 660.
Yeah, blimey. I'm going to have to get my calculator out, right?
Yeah, I'm going to have to as well.
Let's do it properly. 660 plus.
Okay, 660. I've got a 950.
Yeah.
A 950. Yeah.
2 950s.
Yeah, there's 2 950s.
Yeah.
One which is 125 a week.
125 a week. That is that's around about 550 per month.
Yeah. One which is there's 3 people in it. They're each paying £85 a week.
85 times 3 is 255 times. That's about roughly 1,200 quid.
Yeah. The shop is empty at the moment.
Yeah.
And I've got another flat which is bringing in 1,000.
That's easy.
That's including the bills, that one.
Yeah.
And a couple of the other ones are, but
okay.
And then the two flats in Doncaster, I am thinking about 450, 500 for one and 550, 600 for the other.
Let's call it 1,000 between the two.
Let's call it 1,000. It's yeah.
Okay, round numbers, and don't quote me on this. But I think you're around about £6,000 a month.
Yeah,
roughly.
Yeah.
And through all those various flats and everything else, and the shops and the uppers, how much money have you got tied up in your portfolio by the time you've refinanced everything? Do you know?
Oh God.
Separate question for a separate day. We need to get back together. It's been too long, Heather.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably I'll end up with. I'm having difficulty refinancing one the flat at the moment because of I own part of the freehold. It's two flats. I own part of the freehold, and they won't give me a mortgage if I haven't got some sort of maintenance contract. So I'm probably 50% of my money.
Right.
Maybe less than that.
Okay, well, whenever we're allowed to physically get back together, you can bring your spreadsheet and we'll do the numbers properly.
I haven't got a spreadsheet. I've got a piece of paper.
When you were looking at, when you were doing the numbers just now, were you looking to heaven for inspiration, or were you looking to a whiteboard above your computer?
I've got a whiteboard. I
didn't know that. I was guessing. Your eyes were going up, and I thought, is she looking for inspiration?
Whiteboard.
Okay, now I need to start wrapping this up, Heather. But so you've done a fantastic job.
Thank you.
You've taken huge action.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you are one of the reasons why I do this. I just love people completely changing their lives, and I just love the idea that you've taken like your mum and your dad's inheritance, and you've turned it into 6,000. But you're not stopping there, are you?
No.
I mean, by the time those 4 flats go through, that's another 4 flats at another £2,000 a month or whatever. So you're going to be £8,000-9,000 a month very, very quickly, which is over £100,000 a year, which is where I love to see people get to.
That's where I want to be.
That's your very favourite.
Where I want to be this year.
Yes, because I know your very favourite place in the world, and it's not Doncaster, unfortunately.
It begins with D, though.
It does, Dominican Republic.
Yes.
So it's another story for another day, but you've actually got some land out in Dominican as well, haven't you?
I have, yes. Yeah.
And we've talked about, but because of lockdown, we haven't yet quite managed to do it, about potentially putting that into your pension fund. So
yes, yeah.
I don't know whether you know it or not, but I've got plans for you over the next year, just to take you to the next level.
Oh, fantastic. So,
anybody out there is thinking about, should I do Mastermind? Should I not? I mean, what would your honest opinion be, Heather? You've been in Mastermind long enough now. What do you think?
I think it's absolutely brilliant. Honestly, you get so much support from yourself, Annika, all of the team, whoever you need to speak to. And when you're actually not in lockdown, you can move groups. Do you know what I mean? So one day you might go, I think this should be, I'm interested in doing SA or something like that. So you can sit with a group that is more interested in SA, or you can sit with a group that you're doing commercial property and get in a lot of instruction and a lot of input, and everybody is so helpful, and I couldn't fault it.
Thank you, Heather, and I can't fault you either. So is there anybody that shouldn't do it? Is there anybody with too little experience or anyone with too much experience?
I think the only person that shouldn't do it is somebody that's got no inkling, and if they're lazy, don't bother.
Okay, that's telling it as it is.
Well, no, it's true. I mean,
if you're lazy, don't bother. That's fair enough. That's fine. I'm happy with that. If you're lazy, don't bother. I'm going to write that down. That's a new mission statement for Touchstone Education.
If you're lazy, you want somebody else to do the hard work, and nobody else can do the hard work because you have to do it, and you have to learn a lot. And every day is a learning
For me too. I've learned something today. Got a new mission statement. Everyone's a winner. Right. I got to go. I know you got to go. So I'm going to let you off with this paintbrush one last time.
Okay, thank you.
I'll catch you with the paintbrush again. You'll be in detention.
Oh, right then. Okay.
Look forward to seeing you very soon, Heather.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.